EFCC denies allegations of receiving 15 million naira bribe from cross-dresser Idris Okwenye, as known as Bob Risky, as House of Representatives investigates Correctional Service alleged preferential treatment.
We have not, and we have not received any from anybody. Please, if they want such a thing, they would have approached us or write us.
Police fortifies nation's capital ahead of plans to disrupt Independence Day celebration. Hello and welcome to News at 11 on Nta News24. I'm Nancy Godi Angonihu. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will make a nationwide broadcast tomorrow, Tuesday, October 1, 2024, at 7 a.m. The broadcast is part of activities to commemorate the 64th independence anniversary of the nation. A statement by the Presidential Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, indicates that television, radio stations and other electronic media outlets are enjoined to hook up to the network services of the Nigerian Television Authority and the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria for the broadcast. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has promised that his administration will not interfere or abuse the independent relationship among the arms of government, even as it supports the judiciary towards better administration of justice in the country. President made the commitment when he administered the oath of office on Kudirat Kekere-Ekun as the substantive Chief Justice of Nigeria. Status correspondent Musbah Den Wahab has more.
The Independence Anniversary celebration came so early for the judiciary, and so too for the female folk, as Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun becomes the substantive Chief Justice of Nigeria. After Mariam Aloma Mukhtar, Kekere-Ekun is the second woman to assume this lead position for the judiciary and to set new pace in the administration of justice in Nigeria. She has been acting in this capacity since August 23, before her confirmation by the National Assembly just a month later. Starting a legal career in Lagos as a private lawyer in 1985, the jurist became a judge of the High Courts of same state in 1996, elevated to the Court of Appeal in 2004, and to the Supreme Court of Nigeria as the 5th female justice of the court in 2013.
Your rise to this extolled position.
President Bola Tinubu, who has apparently been keeping track of this progress, acknowledged the steadfastness and courage of the new CJN, which he believes is an encouragement to every Nigerian girl child.
I want to urge the new Chief Justice of Nigeria to continue to uphold our reputation of being an ethical, fearless, and honest jurist. The Nigerian judiciary needs a leader with these qualities at this time, and I have no doubt that he will set the pace for others to follow.
The President recognizes the strategic role of the judiciary as a pillar in the tripod of Nigeria's constitutional democracy and promises that his government will continue to respect the independence of this important arm of government while supporting it for better performance.
While we may have reasons to intervene as complementing component of the same government, the government under my watch will also be mindful of the clear line demarcating the two of us. We will never interfere or abuse the relationship that exists between us as separate organs of government in our democracy. It is my administration's full commitment to preserve the sanctity of the judiciary.
Justice Kekereekun now wears full regalia amidst much expectation on improvements in the administration of justice.
We want that to also bring improvement in terms of prison decongestion, and then awaiting trials, which should speed up the wheel of justice. And too many people are awaiting justice, particularly in land matters. And then you see people being sent to prison for 7-8 years, and at the end being sentenced to 2 years imprisonment. What happens to the additional 5 years they spent?
If she wants to be firm, she'll have no problem. But if she decides to be going here, there, then that is where the problem will start.
The National Judicial Council, NJC, recommended the 66-year-old Justice Kudirat Kekereekun as a successor for former Justice Olukayode Ariwola, who retired on August 22, 2024. From the State House, Musbah and Wahab, Nta News.
87 legal practitioners have been elevated to the prestigious rank of Senior Advocates of Nigeria, SAN, with a charge to be upright in the discharge of their constitutional responsibilities and in accordance with the law. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, gave the charge at the swearing-in ceremony of the new learned silks held at the Supreme Court in Abuja. Dele Atumbi of our Judiciary Desk reports.
The administration of the oath of office on the 87 conferees by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, with a charge to maintain a high level of integrity, professionalism, and ethical conduct, sealed the elevation of the distinguished legal practitioners to the rank of Senior Advocates of Nigeria. The event, which marks the commencement of the 2024-2025 legal year, provided an opportunity for the Chief Justice of Nigeria to give an overview of the preceding legal year with an optimism of building a better judicial system that will be the pride of all Nigerians.
As Senior Advocates of Nigeria, you carry on your shoulders a lot of responsibilities. From this moment, your behavior and general conduct will now be publicly scrutinized by all those who come in contact with you. Watch your utterances, watch your actions, and watch your company, as you now have an even higher responsibility to assist the court in attaining justice, equity, and fairness.
The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi SAN, in his speech, reiterates federal government's unwavering commitment to the continuous preservation of the sanctity of the nation's judiciary.
Zero tolerance for corruption and all forms of abuses, such as vexed phenomenon of frivolous ex parte orders, media trial by lawyers in clear breach of the principle of subjudice and rules of professional conduct, not discounting possible reforms for insulating the Supreme Court from pre-election matters.
The opening of the legal year is a time for reflection, renewal, and a dedication to the values of justice, fairness, and the rule of law.
Kindly permit me use this opportunity to commend my Lord Justices of the Supreme Court on the recent groundbreaking judgment on the autonomy of local governments in Nigeria.
The 87 new members of the INABA, of which one is from the academia, are now expected to make meaningful contributions to the growth and development of the legal profession and Nigeria's judicial system. In Abuja, Dele Atumbi, Nta News.
The opposition lawmakers coalition in Nigeria has welcomed the judgment of the Federal High Court, Rivers State, on the Rivers local government election slated for October the 5th. Reacting to the court's judgment, the spokesperson, Opposition Lawmakers Coalition in Nigeria, Ugochinyere Ika-Wonu, hailed the judgment, saying that it is victory for democracy. He says the court judgment has saved democracy not just in Rivers State, but the nation as a whole.
I commend all the political parties that have been campaigning vigorously. I see some of them on TV. It's a show that the democratic process is on and will happen on Saturday. And while you people are campaigning, some people are running from one federal high court and state high court campaigning for injunction to stop people But God has put them to shame, going by the judgment of the Supreme Court, going by the judgment of Honorable Justice IPC.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has denied allegations of receiving 15 million naira bribe to drop money laundering charges against cross-dresser Idris Okuneye, also known as Bobrisky. At the commencement of this House of Representative investigation into the allegations, the Nigeria Correctional Service insisted that Bobrisky was not given preferential treatment but was only placed in protective custody at the Kirikiri Custodial Center in Lagos. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Iben reports.
Parties in the matter appear before the Joint House Committees on Financial Crimes and Reformatory Institutions, with the exception of Idris Okuneye, aka Bobrisky, whose lawyer told lawmakers that the cross-dresser was indisposed, though without a medical report.
Bobrisky should be brought here. Please, my dear colleagues.
Social media influencer Martins Ose, popularly known as Very Dark Man, defended his allegations, submitting copies of his audio recording to the House.
How I got hold of that recording is as a result of Bobrisky blackmailing somebody he owes money. Here I have the recording. I have one part. I can't give you guys the whole part because I don't know if Bobrisky Godfather is here to collect everything.
Officials of the Nigeria Correctional Service explained why Bobrisky was placed in protective custody at Kirikiri.
I want to know why he was moved from the medium to the maximum. Idris Okuneye Olarewaju, though male, had some female features like a breast. He has a breast that can not allow us put him in a general apartment. Having received a report of the investigation and activities from SCUMO, which show that Bob Express is not a designated non-financial business and profession, decided to drop counts 5 and 6 of the charge in the interest of justice and fair hearing, without any inducement or prompting of any sort.
The Joint Committee has summoned the Secretary of the Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board to appear before the House at the next investigative hearing. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Iben, Nta News.
The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has inaugurated an independent investigative panel to probe allegations of corruption and gross violation against the Nigerian Correctional Service. In a statement, Tunji-Ojo says the inauguration becomes necessary to sanitize the service and position it to be transparent and accountable. Recall that the Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board, CDCFIB, which the minister chairs, had suspended several officers overseeing the maximum and minimum custodial centers in Kirikiri, Lagos State, following allegations of misconduct involving the handling of cross-dresser Idris Okuneye, widely known as Bobrisky. The committee, headed by the Permanent Secretary, Dr. Madeline Ajani, has as members Omotese Eva, Director Legal, Nasir Usman, Director Joint Services, Dr. Uju Agomo, President, Prisoners Rehabilitation and Welfare Action, and Dr. Ikechukwu Ezugo, a human rights radio consultant. The former governor of Taraba State, Darius Dixon Ishaku, and former Permanent Secretary, Bureau for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs in the state, Bello Yero, had been arraigned before the Federal Capital Territory High Court sitting in Maitama, Abuja, for fraud on Monday, 30th of September. Both are being prosecuted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on 15-count charge bordering on criminal breach of trust, conspiracy and conversion of public funds to the tune of 27 billion naira. Both of them pleaded not guilty to the charges, prompting Prosecution Counsel Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, to ask the court for a trial date, as well as accelerated hearing of the matter, while Paul Harris Obole, SAN, and Oluwadamilola Kayode, counsel to Ishaku and Yero, made oral bail applications, which Jacobs opposed, insisting on formal applications. Justice Origi adjourned the matter to October 3 for hearing on bail applications and ordered that the defendants be remanded in EFCC custody. The Action People's Party chairmanship candidate in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State, Chijioke Ihunwo, has appealed to people of the area to participate actively in the forthcoming local government election in order to ensure victory for the APP. This was during the Ward to Ward campaign at the Bishop Crowder Memorial School's Rumobiakani, where he also assured them of massive development if voted into power. Osinachi Samuel reports.
The word-to-word campaign by the candidate of the Action People's Party in Obiakpo local government area, Chijioke Ihunwo, ahead of the October 5 local government election in Rivers State, is part of efforts geared towards mobilizing the people to cast their ballots in favor of the APP. While promising leadership of inclusion, particularly in project execution, the chairmanship candidate says the era of undermining the voice of the people is over. He called on the electorate in Obiakpo Constituency 1 and 2 to come out in their numbers on Saturday, October 5, 2024, to vote candidates of Action People's Party across the 17 wards of the local government area.
I want to do human capital development, women empowerment and youth development. We will do town hall meetings to all the 17 wards, and they will tell us what I want. I want the local government will give us.
Some stakeholders of the Action People's Party, APP, speak on the party's readiness to ensure the victory of the chairmanship and councillorship candidates in the area.
Come out en masse on the 5th of October and vote the party of Ambassador Chijioke Ihunwo, which is APP, where we have elephant. And I'm also urging all of you, as you are voting for Chijioke Ihunwo, also vote for the 8 councillors of Evo Kingdom.
Ambassador Chijioke Ihunwo will carry go.
The local government is finally liberated. This is the best thing that has happened to Obiakpo local government.
High point of the campaign was the handing over of party flags to the councillorship candidates by the party chairman in Obiakpo local government area, Chizi Chukwu, and adornment of the chairmanship candidate, Chijioke Ihunwo, by the traditional ruler of the area, Eze Baka, as a symbol of authority to succeed. From Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State, Osinachi Samuel, Nta News.
We'll take a break on the news. When we come back, more stories.
The Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman Interministerial Committee on Nigeria's 64th Independence Anniversary, Senator George Akume, FNIMCON, wishes to announce the programs lined up for the celebration of Nigeria's 64th Independence Anniversary with the theme, Reflecting on the Past, Inspiring the Future, as follows. World Press Conference, Thursday, 26th September 2024. Venue, National Press Center, Radio House, Garki, Abuja. Time 10 a.m. Special Jumu'at prayers, Friday, 27th September 2024. Venue, National Mosque, Abuja. Time 1 p.m. Interdenominational Church Service, Sunday, 29th September 2024. Venue, National Christian Center, Abuja. Time 10 a.m. Presidential broadcast, Tuesday, 1st October 2024. Time 7 a.m. 64th Independence Anniversary Parade, Tuesday, 1st October 2024. Venue, Presidential Villa. Time 10 a.m. All invited guests are to be seated by 9 a.m. Announcer Mohammed Idris, FNIPR, Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, and Chairman, Media and Publicity Subcommittee.
Thanks for staying with us. The attention of the Nigerian Air Force, NAF, has been drawn to reports of alleged civilian casualties following the successful airstrike on a terrorist enclave in Giwa local government area of Kaduna State. A statement by Deputy Director, Public Relations and Information, Group Captain Kabiru Ali, indicates that the airstrike on the location was based on credible intelligence from numerous reliable sources, as well as confirmatory surveillance of the target area before the strike. The said location has been notorious as a terrorist enclave for over 2 years, and the successful airstrike will no doubt go a long way in minimizing banditry, kidnapping and similar attacks on innocent civilians in Kaduna State and environs. Nevertheless, the NAF is not taking these allegations lightly, as it focuses to always achieve the desired operational objective without collateral damage. Comptroller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, Kemi Nandap, has emerged chair of ECOWAS Heads of Immigration Forum in Banjul, the Gambia. At the meeting, which was attended by 13 out of 16 member states, Nandap expressed commitment to accelerated implementation of ECOWAS National Biometric Identity Card towards migration and border security.
And professionally, we're all gathered here as co-pilots in the sustained drive to foster greater regional integration, devoid of any encumbrance to free movement, residence, and establishment, that should be the hallmark of policy practice nexus for ECOWAS as a regional body.
While acknowledging the strides made so far, Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, NAMDAP, also highlighted current challenges such as irregular migration, human trafficking and border security, which have been worsened by expansive borders. The Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 7, AIG Bennett Igwe, at a media briefing in Abuja, says the police has fortified the nation's capital against elements suspected to be members of the proscribed Islamic movement in Nigeria, planning to disrupt the Independence Day celebration. Onotu Yakubu reports.
AIG Bennett Igwe disclosed that the police is aware on intelligence of plans by some suspected mischief makers in synergy with members of the Islamic movement of Nigeria to carry out demonstration. As such, he says the police have strategically deployed.
Tomorrow, we are going to ensure your safety, but we are going to readily wait for them and their groups who may like to foment trouble of any kind.
AIG Igwe responds to journalists' question on whether the police in the nation's capital are aware of a planned protest tagged Fearless in October.
Letter or application. We have not. And we have not received any from anybody. Please, if they want such a thing, they would have approached us or write us. Even if they write our bosses, they would have intimated us. So none of such thing is with us.
The police encourage all law-abiding residents of the FCT to go about their lawful businesses without any fear of apprehension as the nation celebrates the milestone. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, Nta News.
Now a recap of our major stories.
From this moment, your behavior and general conduct will now be publicly scrutinized by all those who come in contact with you. Watch your utterances.
CJN inaugurates 87 legal practitioners promoted as senior advocates of Nigeria, charges them to be upright in their constitutional responsibilities. EFCC denies allegations of receiving 15 million naira bribe from cross-dresser Idris Okuneye, also known as Bobrisky, as House of Representatives investigates Correctional Service alleged preferential treatment.
have not. And we have not received any from anybody. Please, if they want such a thing, they would have approached us or write us.
Police fortifies nation's capital ahead of plans to disrupt 64th Independence Day celebration. And that's it on News at 11 on NTA News 24. Thank you for watching.